So how to measure, right? That's measure 101. So we've done all the other stuff. We did the roadmap. Now we got to figure out how do we measure and measure effectively. So there's a lot of different things we can do, right? But first we have to understand what are we measuring and why, right? I mean, you can mislead yourself really easily when you're measuring. You can lie to yourself. Oh, that's the same as misleading. But it can really trip you up, is what I'm basically trying to say there. And a really good way to understand your problem is to first understand what is your business trying to do, what is your website trying to do, what is this trying to do, what is that trying to do, what are you trying to do, what's your goal, right? So we have to measure to a goal, and then you also have to look at what's available. So not everything is going to be available to you when you're dealing with anything online or online traffic or anything like that. So those are the two main things to focus on when we're measuring, right? What is available to us right now, and what can we expect to be available to us in the future? Stuff like that. So we already did the roadmap, but now let's look through and understand which metrics are what. So the first thing to understand is also there's vanity metric, actionable. There's all these different types of metrics that some you can use, some you can't. Vanity is the one that just looks good. Stuff you can put on things, but vanities are also useful as well. They're not completely unuseful. So you have to understand that there are going to be a lot of different people, a lot of different measuring. So let's go into what is vanity versus what is the actionable, right? So actionable, so vanity is like most popular, viewers, ... So these are like, they look good, right? So they have appeal to users. So actionable are more, things you can actually control. So you have to understand your goal first, but some actionable ones is like retention, stuff like that, click-through rate, which we talked about before, etc. If you have different, different situations cause for different measuring and different measuring techniques. And a lot of it, you can use the tools that we discussed before. Sometimes you can't, sometimes you can. It's a really big topic, so sometimes you just can't, right? So a vanity metric, actionable metric, and then you can convert them as well. It's going to be a little difficult to convert them, but you should really just look for which ones are you focusing on and why, right? That's the biggest part. So next we move on to numbers that really matter. So the overall actionable. So here's some common actionable metrics. So what should we actually focus on, right? So that can mean a lot of different things. So first of all, it's your registration, your revenue. So look at registration, conversion, all that other stuff, for where that money comes into you. You're getting that money. And then you also want to look at your conversions. How many people actually came in and clicked things? So you also want to look at who's doing what, those actions, people actually doing things, means your website's going to be ranked higher and higher for SEO, they're going to be doing more, so they're going to get more information. There's a lot of different things that goes into it, right? We can't just focus on one thing. So you also have to look at your cost per click or cost per customer. So that's what you're paying out. So this one you're getting in, what are you paying out for that customer, and is it worth it, right? Sometimes it might be worth it just to start out. Sometimes it's not. It's just, again, you just have to look at it. Is this worth it for me? Why? Why not? Why should it be? Why shouldn't it be? And that's cost per customer. It's also called CPA as well. I like to use cost per click because normally we're talking about websites, right? That's the main focus. So why do we chase the wrong numbers? We'll go over that really quickly down here. So why vanity, right? Why did the vanity metrics look good? Well, normally they're large and they feel relevant, right? But you can't do anything to them. So that's why we focus on those typically. Why a lot of companies struggle with measuring is because they look at those vanity metrics. And of course, we've talked about this before. We haven't gotten too in depth with it. But you have to make sure that you're not, that you substitute the vanity for the good. Now, vanity can be useful as well for on like a different right? Like on your website or something like that, if you want to put vanity metrics, that's completely fine, right? But it's not actionable. You can't change anything. So next you want to do is measure your advertising honesty, right? So these other sources, so are they effective, right? Normally it's by cost per customer, including time, right? That's how you judge it, and the amount, impressions, if you can measure it, the effective other routes. So what's going on? Why is it going on? Is it leading people to you? Is it working? Is it not working? All of those good things. So here, let me